EurasiaNet, 23 June 2023, China establishes a super monitoring station on the Tajikistan-Afghanistan border. China has a significant business interest in Tajikistan. According to the official Chinese news agency Xinhua, China has reportedly established a super observation station for climate and the environment close to the Tajik city of Shahrtuz in the southeast Khatlon region. Citing a Chinese specialist, Xinhua reports that the station will monitor dust, pollutants, and meteorological elements in key areas of Central Asia. The station's proximity to the Tajik-Afghan border raises the possibility that it serves two purposes besides monitoring Afghan-based Islamic extremists. The Shahrtuz facility is a component of a network of observation points created by Lanzhou University in China. Lanzhou University is one of at least 68 Chinese institutions of higher learning that are officially described as China's defense industry agency supervises parts of the defense system or, which, the State Administration of Science, Technology and Industry for National Defence, SASTIND, according to a report created by the Australian Strategic Policy Institute. China, Central Asia, and Russia. The case for imposing secondary sanctions against Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan for supporting Russia's war campaign is growing. According to a Radio Free Europe/Radio Liberty (RFE/RL) investigation report released on June 22, businesses with headquarters in the two Central Asian nations are exporting dual-used parts to Russia to get around the sanctions that the US and EU have placed on Moscow to prevent the Kremlin from attacking Ukraine. Since the start of the conflict, Russian imports of various dual-use products from Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan have exploded, according to a report by RFE/RL. This includes electronics made by Western technology behemoths like Texas Instruments and Analog Devices, whose parts have been found in Russian weapons used in Ukraine. According to the RFE/RL research, Russian businesses with ties to the country's defense industry have purchased goods from Kyrgyz and Kazakh industries. Regarding fighting with China for economic dominance in Central Asia, Russia appears to adopt an if you can't beat them join 'em strategy. Moscow is attempting to participate in a significant trail project driven by Beijing, but China seems hesitant to offer Russia a piece of the action so far. According to Sergei Pavlov, a senior business official, Russian Railways OJSC, RZD, is interested in participating in the construction and operation of the railway connecting China, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan on June 13. The only sound the company has heard since is crickets. Even then, Pavlov knew that only informal talks had taken place with China and that there was no set date for signing cooperation agreements. China's apparent lack of interest in Russia's involvement in the project is indicated by its quietness. A trans-regional highway construction project Russia is also promoting is having problems securing funding. The state-controlled Business of Tolder's board chairman, Vyacheslav Petchenko, stated that Russia had developed a feasibility assessment for the Meridian Highway project, which would connect Russia and China via Kazakhstan, in an interview with the TASS news agency. But it is still unknown how or when the road will be constructed. There is a track in the 5-year plan, but it is still difficult to say when we will start implementing it, Petchenko added. The financing issue is up for debate. Earlier reports suggested that the Eurasian Development Bank may support the project financially, but it now seems that the bank's enthusiasm is diminishing. A favorable event for Moscow was the announcement on the Telegram channel of the Russian Energy Ministry that Kazakhstan and Russia have extended their agreement on the transit of oil through Kazakhstan with an increase in volume up to 10 million tons per year until the end of 2033. According to reports, this agreement guarantees the execution of a contract reached in May between Kaztrans Oil JSC and Rosneft on transporting Russian oil to China. On June 15, Chinese leader Xi Jinping celebrated his 70th birthday. Central Asian officials, emulating a communist-era custom, showered accolades on him. The birthday greetings expressed a wish to enhance ties between China and Central Asia while praising Xi for his wisdom, high authority, and unprecedented successes in building a modernized socialist state. It's interesting to note that the congratulations from the presidents of Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan all had the same structure and concluded with hopes for Xi's good health and further success. Only a portion of the texts of the messages sent by the presidents of Tajikistan and Kazakhstan were made public. Kazakhstan. China and Kazakhstan have ambitions to compete with Hollywood. Early in June, Jonathan Genshen, the chief producer of the first Kazakh-Chinese co-production, a drama with a musical theme called Composer, met with Shaykrat Nourishev, the ambassador of Kazakhstan to China. After discussing ways to increase cooperation, the two agreed to continue working contacts, according to the Kazakh embassy website. Through cultural projects, mass media, and movies, China has worked intensively to project soft power throughout Central Asia in recent years. Uzbekistan. The construction of a multimodal rail network linking China, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan has begun with the departure of a freight train from the Chinese city of Lanzhou in the direction of the Uzbek capital Tashkent. Temiryolari, Uzbek Railways, Temiryolu, Kyrgyz Railways, and Zhejiang Union of Railway Logistics, China, worked together to build the train of 30 containers carrying solar panels worth $2.5 million. The expedition, which started on June 9 in China, is expected to take 15 days. Recently, Song Hailiang, the chairman of China Energy, met with Laziz Kudratov, the Uzbek Minister of Investments, to discuss the development of solar power farms in the Kashkadarya and Bukhara regions of Uzbekistan. In addition, the two talked about building a cement mill in the Samarkand region. The ministry's press department reported that the solar farms might start producing electricity by the end of the year. Song also wanted Chinese and Uzbek collaboration to further modernize energy systems in the regions and train specialists in green energy production. A delegation from China's Banking and Insurance Regulatory Commission, CBIRC, led by Tang Chunlin, Director General of the Commission's Bureau of Banking Inspection, met with members of the Uzbek Central Bank. A press release from the Uzbek Central Bank's press department stated that the discussions centered on the organization and methodology of bank inspections, as well as the problems of regulating the activities of financial institutions. The Chinese delegation also covered the Export-Import Bank of China's, SEXIM, initiatives. Uzbekistan is establishing a new transport advisor position at its embassies in China, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Iran, and Latvia. The action follows a presidential directive to encourage domestic and international transportation network growth. Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is scrambling for money to develop its portion of the China-Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan Railway. Danyar Manjaldiev, the Minister of Commerce for Kyrgyzstan, urged financial support while delivering a speech at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, calling the idea very profitable and attractive. The selling of gold by the Kyrgyz government has significantly increased throughout the first quarter of 2023. Sputnik published a report about this. During the first third of 2023, Kyrgyzstan sold 1,411.8 kilograms of gold, or nearly $88 million. The publication reported that Kyrgyzstan sold 290.5 kilograms of gold throughout 2022.